Hello, I'm your host, Boursier, and welcome to Hall of Games.
Hi, I'm your host Scott Boursier, and with me today are my guests Farrah, Fontana, and Julian Morales. We have a very special guest on the show today. I know how much Julian loves his family and how much he loves having them on the show, so I thought I'd surprise him and get Farrah all the way down from California, a family member he hasn't seen in years, and be here to surprise him on the show.
Well, he surprised me too when he told me that he was dead, so.
Well, I said what I had to say to get him down here, and I think this is a great opportunity for the both of them to rekindle their friendship and their siblingship.
I told you to quit it. I told you to quit getting my family on the show. First it was Sebastian, and I specifically told you to stop, and then you got him on again. And we made a deal because I brought Sean on. Why this?
I know you
How
told
did
me you
you-
didn't like having your brother on the show, but I thought we'd spice things up and do something a little different. And I think this is going to turn out great, and I think it's already on a really great path.
How did you even get her out here?
He bought me my ticket.
How could you afford that?
I might be making a little more revenue from the show than I previously told. We'll talk about it afterwards. But anyways, I have a great announcement to share with all the viewers of Hall of Games. I am officially an American citizen. I used to have a bunch of problems in the past with immigration and all that, but it's finally resolved.
I thought you said your grandpa was a World War II veteran,
Yeah, he was. He fought in Normandy.
but I thought the French gave up at that point.
He wasn't French.
But he couldn't have been American, so.
Let's just say history is written by the winners. Okay? We're gonna move on to our first game today, Shadow of Mordor. It's an entirely fresh, open world experience. It's a blast to play. You can unleash the power of the wrath, and you can bend Mordor to your will. I thought this game was really cool. It's one of the, I think it is the latest Lord of the Rings game. And you fight as the, I think it's the guy who kills the other guy with the ring on the finger at the beginning of the Lord of the Rings movies, because he has a broken sword and all that. So I guess that's just an educated assumption on my part. A little bit of trivia for you guys. There are goblins and there are big goblins, small goblins, all that, and there are a bunch of like monsters.
Have you played this game?
I play all the games that I review because I'm not an amateur.
Okay. It doesn't really sound like you played it, but that's just me.
I didn't invite you on the show to criticize. I invited you here to rekindle your friendship with Julian, and I appreciate it if you focused on Julian at the moment. Thanks.
I think you're right, Farrah.
So I give this 4 out of 5 bags of Doritos, and I'm gonna hand it over to Farrah.
It looks like a good game. I haven't played it.
What's wrong? Have you not played it?
I'll admit that I haven't played it.
Okay. Looks like the tables have turned.
Alright. Well, I will pass this on to my stepbrother, who you want me to rekindle my relationship with. So.
Thank you, Farrah. I actually played this game. I played it twice completely.
Farrah, how many bags of Doritos?
Would I give it?
Yeah.
Well, considering I haven't played it, I don't really know.
Okay.
Well, she loves Lord of the Rings, so she shares a regular game. Okay?
It looks
So,
like the lack
cool
of
it.
knowledge of video games runs in the family.
Lack of knowledge.
Wow.
Let's move on to your
What was the main
rating.
character's name?
I already explained to you in depth a summary of the game.
I give it 5 out of 5 bags of Doritos. I really liked it. I loved the gameplay style. And I think it was a lot better than the last Lord of the Rings games that they had out for the PS3. Close.
Thanks. We're going to move on to our second game, which is the limited edition type. I was having a debate with Julian earlier where he asked me if all games are limited editions, because eventually they stopped producing them. And I thought that was one of the dumbest remarks he's ever made in his life. But I let it slide and I let him come on the show for Farrah's sake. So this is The Darkness 2. It's a multiplayer, there are lobbies, there's matchmaking, there's messaging, there's friend invite in-game, there's voice chat, there's add-on content, and there are trophies. Master your demons. So you're this guy with 2 guns in general. I guess you can kind of switch guns throughout the game, but really the icon for the game is the double guns. And
Have you ever switched the guns?
Yeah, I have plenty, but I prefer to stay with the double pistols as respect to the cover artists of the game. And essentially, you have 2 demons on your back that you can use in combat to do things for you. And they're really dark, hence the darkness. And I think this game is very interesting, very revolutionary. And I give it 5 out of 5 bags of Doritos. Farrah, your bags of Doritos, please.
You know, it's red. The cover is red. Don't really like the color red. So just based on that, I would give it 3 out of 5 bags of Doritos.
Not a large choice, sister. Alright, I love this game. I love the demons on your shoulder. The demons look like snakes, originally. But a little bit of trivia. They were originally supposed to be these huge buff things that just like hovered over your shoulders. Right? Instead of snakes. But then they thought, no, that would take too much, that would be too big. So they just made 2 snakes.
That's very interesting. Thank you.
Thank you.
It was a lot better of a description. So.
Anyways, I love that you could play online and multiplayer with this. Me and Scott went on a little multiplayer round a few times. I give it 4 out of 5 bags of Doritos.
If I knew it would have led to extra time on Julian's trivia, I wouldn't have played the game with him. But I guess we're gonna move on to Julian's classic, couch classic.
For my couch classic, I brought in Wolfenstein 1.
That's just the old Wolfenstein we reviewed.
No.
And let me tell you something. If I had really gotten into the old game and really played it, then
Seriously?
I would never have endorsed it on this show. I think it's absolutely disgusting the way that people are killed in this game.
You kill Nazis.
No, wrong. Not just Nazis. Every time your character dies, an American life dies. And it's disgusting. Maybe instead of being an anti-Nazi, you should be a humanist like me. Okay? What were your ancestors doing in World War II? Your Mexican ancestors.
I'm not Mexican.
Taking a siesta in Mexico City?
Mexico City.
Napping right through history. Huh?
Okay.
0 out of 5 bags of Doritos.
Not
Can you
even
put it
one.
down
Not even
so our
one.
viewers don't have to look at the cover? Not only is it a disgrace to me and my ancestors, but it's a disgrace to your sister. To bring something on the show that symbolizes hate and defeat, it's disgusting. And I honestly think you should apologize to both of us right now.
Apologize?
Yeah.
It was a great game.
I think Farrah would make a much better addition to the cast than you would, honestly. You've been disappointing me since episode 1, and I've been trying to get rid of you, and you come calling back every day, and I'm just sick of it.
Alright.
This might be the real
I
end
apologize.
to our friendship, to
I
our
don't
not
understand
our
why you
friendship,
don't-
to our acquaintanceship.
I don't understand why you don't like the game. I apologize, but I still don't understand.
Alright, that's all we have planned for today. I look forward to having Farrah as the new guest on the show, the new main guest.
Thank you.
And I guess you can say goodbye to Julian for now. We'll see what happens in the future. Yeah. Thank you for watching Hall of Games. See you next time. Lights? No?